early, but let's do it anyway. Good morning. Hello, I'm Chloe Reese from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. A little bit early. That's okay, as I just said. How's everyone today? Wednesday, hump day. Feeling good today. Tried out the new Urban Decay Stoned palette today. Oh, I need to play with it more. I don't think I like the shades. The glittery things are nice, but I need to play with them more. Because I put one on and it just didn't work, so I had to go over it with another one, and it wasn't quite what I wanted to do, and I need playtime with it. Hey, Christine, how are you? So, what I'm going to do, as usual, is get some cards out for the collective. Tell a story, or I don't know, whatever teachings they want. It's the full moon today. Very good energy as well. You could probably see by the energy update that I didn't realise that it was the full moon when I was recording it. Thank you, Christine. Hot pink today. I got some new tops. They're all very, very cropped, my new tops, apart from the one that I wore Monday. Hey, Connie. Hot pink. It's hot pink. I'm in hot pink today. So I'm doing cards for the collective. And also mini reads as well. So if you want a mini read, then just check out that pinned comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. That tells you how. It's by donation. There's a PayPal link in there. You can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker if you want to. PayPal is my preferred method though. And if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your comment so that I can find it easily. Attach the Q to the question as well. Don't just put a Q and nothing else. Otherwise, there's no question. Hey, Tara. Hi, Mandy. Got time to restore. So it's very good energies for this full moon. And in the energy update today, I did say that the energies kind of changed 3 days ago, which is the lead up. That's when I tend to feel the full moons and the new moons as well. It's 3 days either way. And so this is obviously a very good full moon. What is it? What's it in? We're looking at it right now. What's it in? Is it Aries? Is it Aries full moon? Just throw the cards all over the table. Fine. I think it's Aries, is it? So anyone know what full moon it is? And your knickers are on the way. Good. Is it Aries? There's no point in me looking through these until I know. Someone tell me what's the full moon in? Feels like Aries. I like it. I like it when it's Aries energy. It is Aries. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Tara. Full moon, where are you? I got some collagen to try and fix my knuckle because of the gloves. I've got new boxing gloves now. Do you want to see them? I got new boxing gloves in size 12, which is a size bigger than I take, but they're actually the same as the old size 10s. So they've changed the sizes, and my new ones hurt me too much. And the rest of my friends that got new gloves the same size as well. And we all had the same injury and the same knuckle, the right knuckle, our hardest punching knuckle. And that because they're too small when you've got two small gloves on. Anyway, so I got some bigger ones and they're quite cute. I'll show you. I like them anyway. Boxing gloves may not be a thing, but they are my thing. Oh, they're nice. Dragons. Boosh. And so I bought some collagen powder to try. So I'm trying to fix my body. So I bought these box of collagen powder sachets, and I decided to put it in my workout water. I don't like the taste of it. It's revolting. It's sweet and ugh. But I don't know what it does to me afterwards. It makes me be on the toilet way too much. So there's something it's not agreeing with me. I have ordered some really good collagen, tasteless stuff. Tasteless, that sounds wrong. No flavor, that's what I mean. And I like a pure one, just to add to stuff. That's on its way, but I couldn't get that fast. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I might need to dash to the toilet because my stomach's not good. So the full moon in Aries as the fiery climax approaches, I can feel it. I can feel it. You see, I love Aries energy. I just love it. Anyone else? Anyone else having a hard time with this full moon? Or not, I mean, I'm not having a hard time with it. I'm having a great time with it. But is anyone having a hard time with it? It's time to restore. What I'm getting from this is it's not like rest and recuperation. It's time to restore the balance. It feels like a shake-up. It feels like a glow snob kind of a thing. Like the universe is like, you out of there, you there, you're not in the right place. You do this, stop doing that. And it feels like that kind of a shake-up energy. Get everyone in the right place with the right people, doing the right things. And so, as I said so there could be towers absolutely around this one. And the tower card came out in the energy update today. And as I said in the energy update today, is the more in alignment you are, the more that you're responding to your guidance anyway and doing the right thing for yourself, the less you need tower moments because it doesn't need to step in. And that would make sense, right? Because if it's a big shake up with the universe, it's like you're in the wrong place, doing the wrong thing. You need to go here, you need to go there. That kind of a shake up, rearrangement. Then if you have been responding to your guidance, you're already going to be in the right place doing the right thing, right? Glow up time, yeah. It's hard for you, Tara. Thanks for your donations, Tara. Oh, yeah. So I like it. I love. You're enjoying it too. Aries energy. I love it. Hi, Penny. Hello, Elsbeta. Elsbeta. Nice name. Hey, Jessica. Right, Tara. Let's do you. 2 questions. Higher self-guidance is number 1, and 2 is information on your daughter's health. Okay. Tara. So, higher self-guidance for you, Tara. You've got go within and friend. I thought I'd have curly hair today for a change. Go within and friend. This is about using your intuition about what a friend's telling you. Like, when a friend isn't feeling that good, and you talk to them and they say, "Yeah, I'm fine," and you know that they're not. It's that kind of a message here. Your intuition is right about your friend. They're not in a bad way. This isn't like your friend is backstabbing you. Your intuition's right about them. It's not. It's more a friend in need. Yeah. Your intuition is right about them. It's reminded me of the energy when I went to lunch this was way back in my corporate days, with my friends, my girlfriends. We went to lunch, but it was a special one, so we had a few drinks because my friend was getting married that weekend. One of us girls was getting married. And she was talking about, of course, we were talking about the wedding and everything. We're all going. And she looked at me. She said something about it and she looked at me and I saw a hint of vulnerability in her. And I looked into her eyes and a lot went through my head. I should take her aside and talk to her about this. And then I took myself out of it. Then my head went to, my marriage is just broken up. This is me projecting. I don't need to put my negativity on someone just before they're getting married. No, I'm not going to talk to her. Anyway, she got married. It was a great wedding. It was fun. And within a month, they'd broken up. Now, when she told me that they'd broken up, I said, well, you know, that lunch we went on before you got married, I saw something in your eyes then. She said, I know that moment. She said, I remember that exact moment. And she said, I was kind of pleading inside for you to talk to me about it. She said, I knew that you read me exactly in that moment. I'm like, I didn't, because I thought it was my shit. And anyway, she got out of it. She got out of it very quickly. And not that it was bad. It wasn't bad. They'd been together for a very long time. But they were kind of just friends, you know. Probably still friends now. And then she met like the love of her life. Very shortly after that, and they got married and had babies. But it's that kind of an energy, Tara. You've got a friend where trust your intuition on it when you feel something like that. And include joy. So joyful times. And maybe this could be about the friend as well, is encourage them to go for that. If they're short selling themselves, it might just be that they're killing the spirit a little bit, and you can see it by choosing something that's not really joyful for them. So it's for you too, this include joy, Tara. Not all about your friend. It's not all about everyone else. So yeah, make sure that you include joy in your life. Not so serious, you know, not pushing yourself so hard. Have fun. And information on your daughter's health. What is this? Is she going for an operation or something? Talk to someone and prepare. So this is guidance for you. Get her ready for something. What's she having done? It feels like she's having something done to me, or she will need to have something done. Prepare her for that. Settle her mind. She's going for an op. Tell us more. All right, you could get a closer connection through this with your daughter. Warmth and growth. Yeah, a connection. So prepare her for it and be, you know, I've got empathetic in my mind, but it's not really what I'm thinking of. Compassionate. It could bond you. Warmth and growth could bond your hearts on a deeper level by helping her through this, preparing her for it. So yeah, it feels to me like she's going to have something done. Or if you're asking about like a health problem with her, there will be something that she needs to have done, a procedure or something like that. Got a problem in my arm. My pregnant friend came to sort it out yesterday. It was a quick job. She's not working it anymore because she's pregnant, but she's been having seizures. Seizures. She will need to have something done. So yeah, keep on pursuing all of that. Specialists and all of that. But it's more, I know myself, like I used to do neurotherapy, e.g. biofeedback, helping people with epilepsy, amongst other things. And I know a lot of, there's triggers, right, for it to happen. And stress is one of them. And I'm not saying it's all stress, but stress is one of them. And so the more you can kind of settle it down, the easier things will be. I mean, the less that it's going to affect her. So it could be about that too. Well, good luck with that. It's tricky, isn't it? With things like that. I got a friend that kind of grew out of it. He used to have seizures, and then you stopped having them. Yeah, good luck with that. Sorry to hear that. She's having those problems. So let's get some more cards out for the collective. And thanks for your donation, Tara. It's all about other people and not you. Again, we've got the Guardian card, a message to protect ourselves. Protect yourself and express yourself as well. Protect yourself and express yourself. You might need to stand up for yourself. We might need to stand up for ourselves as things are being restored. Right, so the universe is given a shake-up, so it's not your fault, right? If people are blaming you about anything that's happening to you, say someone loses their job and you don't, you get a promotion and people start blaming you for that. It's just a part of the shake-up, it's not yours. So protecting yourself and also expressing yourself too. I mean, if that's where you're meant to be, if that's your place, then that's your place. You know, you might need to stand up for yourself. It is scary. Health stuff is scary. I know. It is. I can feel this coming personally myself. This thing's happening at last. But this thing's happening. Twins have seizures. They grow out of it too. Yeah. Yeah. It is a thing. Growing out of it. How old is she, Tara? Let's get one of these out. Goddess Love Oracle card for everybody. Doesn't want to come out. 14. Oh, that's tricky. It's a tricky age anyway. Other stuff going on. Cards don't want to come out. Goddess Love doesn't want to love us today. Glitter in my eyes. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this makeup palette. I do need to play with it more. I think maybe if I use it with some of the colours and the other palettes, that I don't really like the other shades so much. The glitters are nice, but I only tried 2. No, I tried 3. One of them didn't work. It just didn't work. So I gave up on it. But the blue one's nice. Awesome. I'm just going to take the card out because it's love. Oh, be free of all that holds you back. Let me read this one in the book. Big rearrangement, huh? A fiery climax approaches. Some people aren't going to like it. Some people aren't going to like it. For some people, it's going to be a tower. For some people, it's going to be great. It's very exciting energy if you're on the right side of it. Love, what number were you, love? 18. Love, be free of all that holds you back. Rhiannon, goddess of love and sensual pleasure, comes to you now saying, feel me now as lover. I am life's lust. I'm pure love. Her white mare may gallop into your dreams. Will you ride her through the swirling veils and into the other world? Are you ready for transformation from caterpillar to beautiful butterfly, from duckling to magnificent swan? She's come to show you the power of love. She is love and she changes everything she touches. Love will always win out. Let her love teach you to live from your heart and to love and embrace your beautiful body. Hers is a path of deep connection. She calls you to open to her sacred fertile power. No thanks. I don't want no more fertility. Not in that way anyway. Let her move you if you're stuck. Let her hold you if you're afraid. Let her heal your wounds and make you whole. Now is the time to cast aside your limiting thought patterns. Stop making negative judgments and criticism about yourself and others. Rhiannon is here to set you free from all that holds you back. Her gift is free. Her gift of freedom is love. The waves of change are coming. Are you ready to ride her white horse and crest the waves with love? Are you? Are you ready? It's coming. That change is coming. And so there could be a big rearrangement in relationships, breakups, gets-togethers, people that were with the wrong people right about this time. It also could be work as well, people losing jobs. Around this time, there might be restructures and things like that going on in the workplace. Hiring, firing, maybe not hiring, firing and rejigging. Full same moonology, did you? Perfect timing then. So, tarot. Let's do tarot. From the Book of Shadows, tarot. As above. First. Does anyone else take collagen? Does it affect your stomach as well? It might just be this particular type that I got. It's cut with something because it tastes disgusting. They've obviously tried to make it taste sweet and nice. It doesn't taste nice. It tastes like perfume. Yeah, it's horrible. Moldavite. It's a powerful crystal, isn't it? Thank you, Kristen. Oh, we've got Ostara and the Eight of Earth. That message. Eight of Pentacles. This came out as well twice in the energy update, which is the card of us receiving back from the hard work that we've been putting in. No stomach issues. Oh, you take a pill of it. Okay. Yeah, I think it's the kind that I've got. And we've got Ostara as well. I'm taking that Eight of Earth as being about the inner work that we've put in. We're going to get the results. And it could be the outer work as well. Say if you've been putting the hard work in at work, you know, if we're talking about restructures in the workplace and stuff like that, then it could be that you're getting a promotion. Ostara, XIV. Let's play this game again. Find the card. There she is. It's Temperance. Okay. Ostara is Temperance. Spring equinox, or Ostara, Easter, right? Around March 20th. Pagans celebrate as the world is filled with new life, as the goddess in the form of the maiden returns from the land from the underworld. Returns to the land from the underworld. Ostara is a playful celebration of spring, new life, fertility. The air, that's fertility again. Watch out, everyone. The air is alive with potential. Because this holiday falls on an equinox, balance is an important aspect. But perhaps even more than that, fertility is celebrated. Stop it. I don't want to hear about all this fertility. Seasonally speaking, death and winter are truly conquered, and the god and goddess have returned to the land from the underworld. The brown bunny at the goddess's feet and the white bunny in her arms are a nod to the balance inherent in this holiday. And while acknowledging that the days are becoming longer than the nights, life is becoming more prevalent than death. This goddess pours her sacred water onto the world, giving it life, color, and beauty. She embodies delicate balance and elegant grace, like an eggshell that is strong enough to nurture new life, but at the right moment is weak enough to be broken through, releasing its contents into the world. put plant collagen in your morning smoothie? Yeah. It can be, but fertility can also be getting pregnant. So watch out. Yes. And then the Eight of Earth, and then reaping the results of our efforts, our hard work. Now, when we're talking about temperance, that hard work can be the virtue, like the virtue card came out as well, is doing the right thing and sitting things out and waiting. All the waiting that we've been doing, that can be some of the hardest work, right? That has been for me. Frustrating, but there's something happening now. I think he's breaking up. At last. Not involving me, thank God. Eight of Earth. Eight of Earth. Eight of Earth, where are you? Eight of Earth, here you go. Air creatures, it's called. I've got a problem with my arm when I twist it. That is painful, just opening this book. I hold the card. Oh, I can't do it like this. I can use my arms the other way around. Like trees, we imbue creatures of the air with so many symbolic meanings. Like trees, we imbue creatures of the air with so many symbolic meanings. Oh, we do that with trees, do we? Both specifically and generally. As a group, they're associated with the element of air, of course, and therefore with thoughts and communications. Particularly, we think of them as messengers from the god and goddess. Yeah, we do. I do, anyway. With their ability to fly, we cannot help but think of freedom. Specifically, crows and ravens are associated with goddess. Butterflies bring to mind transformation. Bees represent love, productivity, and the possibility of the impossible. With our sea creature brethren, we tend to think of where we came from. The creatures flitting through the air make our souls and minds sing with ideas of what we might become. The Eight of Earth asks you to reach higher, stretch further, and dream bigger. Whatever it is that you're attempting, it's not even close to what's potentially possible. Slough off whatever baggage is holding you earthbound. Make yourself as light as possible by letting go of doubts and focusing on what you know is possible. The shadow side of this card indicates that the universe is communicating with you and not hearing it, or you're misinterpreting it. There's a danger that you'll assume more than is possible, and like Icarus, attempt too much. I'm not feeling it in the shadow side at all. Wow. So it's not even just us reaping the results of the efforts that we've put in. It's also like you have no idea where this is going to go to. It's going to go much further. Hi, Laura. Let's get another one or two. But in traditional tarot, that means our patience is going to pay off. Those two cards together like that. Yes, and you're right. Fertility is the birth of new ideas, relationships, projects, a new chapter. It's another one of those full moons that's got very much new moon energy, but it's very much full moon energy as well. It's a shake-up. It's a very exciting shake-up. Don't want you. Number 3 that just came out there, and I didn't like that energy. The one that was on top of that pile that fell out. That one. 8 of Air. It's a beautiful card. There he is again on the bottom. Is that Saturn? The more I use these cards, the more I'll get to know them. 8 of Air. It's a really beautiful card, this one. Looking, I mean. 8 of Air. Look. Thanks, Brenda. 8 of Air. That's magical, isn't it? It looks like she's being held there as well. It looks like she's being held like by fairies doing that sheet thing. Did you ever do that as a kid? You put one of you in a sheet, you all get hold of the corners and then start swinging them around. Looks like that's happening to her. 8 of Air, meditation. Meditation is arguably one of the most useful skills as a person, which or not, can practice. Useful skills a person which or not can practice because it has so many uses. The most basic is to help calm the mind and focus on the connection with the divine. Others include journeying, visualizing, mental magic. Meditation can be practiced many ways, absolutely. But to start out, simply sit or lay flat in a way that's comfortable. On a chair, on the floor, on the bed, doesn't matter. As long as you won't be disturbed. Center your energy and ground yourself. Oh, that just reminds me. I got home from training last night to find the tablecloth out there. That tablecloth on the floor with a smashed vase. Luckily, the ashtray didn't smash. And yeah, chicken finally did it. She scratched up on the table leg and pulled the tablecloth off and smashed everything. She wasn't around. She'd run off. I bet that was scary for her. Anyway, back to this. Center your energy and ground yourself. Close your eyes, breathe slowly for a few breaths and quiet your mind. Be still and focus on your breath going in and coming out. Feel the calming, grounding energy of the earth fill you, while nervous, anxious, or any unneeded energy flows back into the earth to be distributed and needed. Remain in this state for as long as you like, but most people begin with 3 to 5 minutes. Instead of meditating with closed eyes, it takes me longer than that to get into it, doesn't it, you? I've got to sit for way longer than that. I can't meditate for 3 or 5 minutes. That's just called stopping doing stuff to me. I've got to be in it at least 10, 15 minutes to start getting benefits from it, to start feeling it. Instead of meditating with closed eyes, some people like to gaze at a candle. I'm a gazer, or the smoke of burning incense. I can just stare at something, anything. I can just stare. I like open eye meditation. And mirror meditation is one of my favorites. Have you tried that? Looking at yourself in a mirror, especially dusk kind of an energy or nighttime energy or candlelight energy, light, Thanks, Krisha. And Kristen. You've got a question, Kristen, did I miss it? Yeah, I like eye-open meditation. But wow, I can meditate looking at myself in a mirror, especially in that semi-light, and I can disappear. I can actually see the whole room and I'm not there anymore. It's a very cool experience. And as soon as it happens, as soon as I disappear, I get so excited by it that I come back. It's like my meditation gets so deep that I disappear and I can see the rest of the room, and it brings me out of it. I'm like, oh, damn. And then I try and get back again. I'm like, disappear again. And it becomes about disappearing. And that's when I've lost it. Has anyone else had that experience? Yeah, Irish accents are great. I'm mostly Irish. I'm 7/8 Irish. My grandparents are Irish, and they all moved to England, and another one was half Irish. So I'm 7/8. So instead of meditating with closed eyes, some people like to gaze at a candle or the smoke of burning incense or anything really. This practice can also evolve into scrying, right? Staring at my crystal ball or into water. Beyond clearing and calming the mind, the opportunities presented by meditation are endless. By entering into deeper states, you can take journeys to different planes of existence, visit the spirit world and meet your spirit guides. You can dialogue with aspects of goddess or god or goddess. To do any of these, set your intent before you begin. Or you can just go into it open, see what happens. You can do an important part of any magic. Visualize. Clearly seeing your desired goal helps it bring it into existence. You can perform mental magic by entering meditation and in your mind perform a spell, as an example, for protection. While in meditation, connect with this spell with a small, unnoticeable movement, such as touching your thumb to your ring finger on your left hand to lock that energy in. It can be any small movement. And then while you're out and about in your daily business, you feel you need protection, just perform that movement. You're connected with a spell and instantly cast it. To do any of these, set your intent before you begin. Depend on what you wish to accomplish. You may wish to cast a circle. However, for short mind-calming meditations, most people do find that necessary. Meditation has many uses, but it has traditionally been used to quieten the mind and allow us to hear the quiet voice of wisdom deep within. The wisdom of the divine is in all things, including us. We just need to be quiet enough to hear it. The 8 of Fire says not to underestimate the power of our mind. In this situation, the mind is key. First, calm it. Do not let it obsess. I'm obsessing right now. I messaged a friend saying, you need to get online now and talk to me because I need to obsess about this thing. It's the only one that I talk to about it. Really talk to about the stuff that's going on with me right now. He's the only person that I'm talking to about it. And I thought it was funny. I'm like, come on, I need to obsess about this. Do not let it obsess. Okay. Second, focus it. Decide the best way to employ its power. Finally, control it. Maintain connection to the divine and keep it on task. The shadow side of this card indicates that the mind has rather gone amok. While thoughts are allowed to run rampant and out of control, they create chaos and havoc. So meditation and that, some of what it said there, let me tell you what I know about it as well, because like I said, I used to be a neurotherapist, EEG biofeedback for the brain. And when I was doing the training for that, I and that was the first time I was on the machine. And when the instructors were having a look at my brainwaves, they're like, wow, you've got a very special brain. I said, do you drink? And I said, yeah. I said, well, you don't need to. You've got a very happy brain. I've got the brain of a meditator, is what it is. That's how I can do my stuff, is I very easily get into that meditative state, meaning high alpha state in the brainwaves. Now, and I can get myself into theta as well. And so when I put myself on that machine, I can just look at the screen at the EEG itself and get into that meditative state, bring it down into theta, which is the real deep meditation. Well, when I get into that theta state, I can feel it like a buzzing in my third eye. And that state, I know, is important. You know how I teach that the mind and the emotions, that's what fuels manifestations, right? Your focus is very important, but then so is your emotional state. It's the electricity of the mind along with the emotions. What's the emotions? The two different forces anyway, and combining them together, any strong emotional state, whether it's positive or negative, doesn't matter. Any strong emotional state together with focus is a very powerful combo. Now, when you focus and you've got your emotion and you put your brain into that alpha theta state, the meditation state, you have access to a whole lot more. It's the vibration of the universe. that's why in meditation you get answers, you get ideas, and all of that is because you have more access to the whole of the energy of the universe. That's why I can do the reading so easily as well and so instantly, because my brain is always there. Like those instructors said, they saw it. They linked it to happiness, which, yeah, it is, but it's more than that too. And so that is another important thing about meditation. Just to let you all know that. And yes, visualization is important. Kristen, I think I saw some. Yes, there you go, Kristen. Thank you for your donation. General read for you, Kristen. Where's my cards? General for Kristen. Who else have I got there as well? Krisha, have you got a question for yours as well? Did I see you? There's your question. Let's do Krisha's first, just because it's higher up on the screen, and then I can scroll back down again to see your comments in real time. Which career path is best for you, Krisha? Let's find out from your higher self. Okay. It's not telling me, but what it is telling me is that it's not what you think it should be. It's not that for anyone, right? In other words, you've got something about what you think you should do. And that whole belief system of what should I do? What is it that I should be doing is really messing you up. It's like trying to reach outside of yourself for what you should be doing through other people, or what's right and what's wrong, or even thinking that the universe has something for you to do and you've got to find what that is. It's very misleading, that belief, because what really we're here to do is found inside of us. You've probably heard that, right? Everyone says it. It's found within. But what does that actually mean? Well, it means that it's a path. It's not a thing. It's not a job. It's a path. And it's going on this journey within, not like meditation, but it can be involving that. But going on this journey within, in other words, following the lead, you know? Like mine to doing this, it was very convoluted. I started out, being abused, and so it was probably my abuse that developed that brain state that I was talking about, because I had to zone out. I had to detach myself like any abuse victim has to, because you can't be fully present without it destroying your psyche or anything. So you've got to tap out, kind of thing, to get through abuse. It's a very common thing. And that actually developed my meditation technique. And so and to even just get through it, I had to kind of connect with what I call my angels at the time. And so there's that. And then I noticed as I was growing up that when people asked like rhetorical questions like, why me, what, and things like that, I would hear an answer. So I wasn't just getting like that connection with my guides for myself, I was getting it for other people too. And then in my 20s, I would divulge that information to people. So, I'm like explaining the path, like you've got a path too, and you're already on it. But you've got to recognize that, and instead of looking outside of yourself, recognize that path. And then I went to uni, and I did engineering at uni, which went into the metaphysical kind of stuff too, because that was, early 90s and end 80s, early 90s, and that was when we discovered through the machines that I was using, like it wasn't us at my university that discovered this, but it was around that time, and it was the machines that I was using too, to look at particulate matter and all of that things behave differently when you're focused on them and when you're not focused on them. And so we were just that was just being found out kind of thing when I was at uni. And so we were delving into the metaphysical in engineering. How interesting, huh? And chaos theory and all of that. And I found that fascinating. But, didn't connect it with anything. Went into IT after that, corporate IT, because there's no engineering jobs around, early 90s. But IT was exploding. So I went into IT, it was corporate, and worked in neural networks, artificial intelligence. It's very big now, but it was very much the beginnings of things when I was into it. And so I did that, got bored of that, wanted to start my own healing business, and moved to Australia and did start my own healing business with neurotherapy, because I'd got into that in Germany with this charity work that I was doing. And then I added massage into it because I was always quiet when I used to rent a treatment room in a healing center. When everyone else was busy, all the readers and the massage people, I was really quiet because I was busy in the term time, the school term time. I had a lot of local customers, mostly local customers. And then when it came tourist time, everyone local was really busy with all the tourists. And then, of course, all the tourists were coming to the healing centers wanting massage and readings and stuff. And the owner of the place said, while I was sat there taking up a treatment room, is like, well, why don't you do massage as well? Because if you did massage, you'd be busy all the time. And then there was in that very healing center, there was a massage course that weekend. So I called her up, Hawaiian massage. I called her up and said, can I do the massage course? Have you got any spaces left? And she said, yeah, and I need an even number of people, and I've got an odd number of people, so come. And so I did. And learned that, and then he was right. I was busy all the time. But when we weren't busy then, we'd all sit around doing readings for each other. And then of course, all the readers were like, oh my God, Claire, you're really good. You should be doing this. I'm like, well, I kind of do, but under the radar, behind all of the other things. And I started actually doing the readings, and of course, then it was huge. Got my own shop doing all of those things: readings, energy healings, massage, and the neurotherapy. And then when I put it online, the readings online, because people weren't being able to get booked in with me, that's when it exploded. And here I am now. So it's been a trial all the way. And it's going to be the same with you as well. A trial. And you're already on it. You might not realize it. So it's only in retrospect that I can look back at the abuse, that I can look back at the engineering degree that I did. I can look back at the IT that I did. I can look back every single stage along the way, and it all has a part in what I'm doing now. And you will, and you will do that as well. And so stop judging yourself. Stop judging yourself that you're not where you need to be right now, Krisha. Because it's path. It's not, I understand what you're asking. You're asking about a career. But your higher self is like, that's not important. The path is important. The path is important. And so support yourself on that path. It's like get in touch with that. Get in touch with your higher self and say, okay, this is a path, then show me the next step, And it could be little random things like all the stuff that I've done, and it's all leading you to life purpose stuff exploding inside. So that's you, Krisha. Kristen, general read for you. Kristen, thanks for your donations, guys. My couldn't speak through that very well. Kristen, success and blame. Okay, you need to unravel this. There's something about they're successful, you're not successful, that's because they've done something like this. This is the kind of mentality where you hand your power away, and it's like, well, I can't possibly be successful because of those rich people over there, and their greed means that everyone else can't be successful. Absolutely not true. That's not true. I mean, you just hand your power away. Anyone can be successful. It's got absolutely nothing to do with the success or lack of success that anyone else has got. And so you need to get yourself out of that mindset. It might be that you're looking at rich people or whatever and saying that can't be because of them, or it could be someone else, I don't know, some other reason, but it's just not true. It's not, don't hand your power away like that. Anyone can be. Like I was saying, that path that you open up to. I wasn't successful. Well, I was kind of successful along the way, but not always outwardly successful, you know. Those things weren't paying off for me. And that's a good thing because I might have got stuck there if they were. It wasn't the end game. It's not even the end game now. I know that. I know it's going to evolve from here. It's a path. So in that same way, successful people followed the path. They followed the path. And who are we to say, you know, whether their path is right or wrong or whatever? We don't know. We can't see it from the outside. And so just follow your path. But it's very important for you to get rid of those, any negative beliefs about why you can't. All of those, just, yeah, so think of all of those things, Kristen. All of the reasons why you think you can't be successful, and call them out for the BS that they are, because they're just not true. Let go of the past and then follow your intuition. Yeah, and it doesn't matter, you know. So I could look back and go, oh, poor me, terrible. Wasn't it terrible that I was abused? Oh, why did I do engineering when I wasn't going to use it? What a waste of time and money. Well, why was I in IT for 8 years and I wasn't successful in that? I never got the promotion. You see, I never got that promotion. What a failure. But none of it's true, right? And I could have gone, oh, and then I started up my business with the neurotherapy, but then it was failing because I wasn't busy all the time. I wasn't busy in the school holidays. I can have that mindset. I could have had that mindset. Or I could have a positive mindset and be curious and be like, oh, maybe it's all for a reason. Maybe I wasn't supposed to be successful in that part of it because I would have got stuck there, and it's not the end all and be all. It's just a part of the jigsaw puzzle. It was just one lesson. You know, it's like being in school and having lots of different subjects that you learn in each class. It's different, and you don't focus on one class and go, I'm a failure because that wasn't everything. So let go of the past of what and your thoughts about the past. How interesting. Your readings are very similar, both about success kind of thing. You're 17% Irish. That's very specific, Christine. I should do the blood test, hey? Is it a blood test or is it like cells? Thanks, whoever got rid of that idiot. Thanks, Christine. Hey, Cheryl. You're welcome, Krisha. Let's get back to the tarot for everyone. So what are we doing here? I can't remember. There's a shake-up. There's definitely a shake-up, but apparently it's important where our minds are at right now and our energy. Like I said, it's not just about the mind and the focus and what you're thinking and not thinking. When you get into that state, that it's very relaxed and it's an external focus state. Like, it's hard to explain it because it'll feel like an internal focus to most people, but looking at it from a brain perspective, it's an external focus. You spit. Okay, I'm going to do it. Let's see how long customs keep hold of that. So, you know, with my magnesium and my minerals, they arrived yesterday when I got home from training in the morning. There was a box on my doorstep. And in that box was one of my old customers, Donna. You might remember her, those of you guys that have been here a long time. She, maybe 2 years ago, whenever I started, she used to come in here, Donna. Anyway, I had a set of them, my minerals, sent to her to try and smuggle them in, and it worked. I didn't get charged, and it arrived, and I'm like, yay, so much cheaper. The stuff that I ordered from them months ago, 3-4 months ago now, still hasn't arrived. It's still in clearance, and they're not going to give it me all, and they're going to charge me $200 for $130 worth of $200 in tax for about $130 worth of product. I ordered $600 worth of product. They're charging me all of the tax on all of it and only sending me $130 worth of product. Assholes. So what can we do? We've got to smuggle it in. I tried to go by the rules, but the rules are stupid. Stupid. But I'm so happy to have them in my water again now. Makes me happy. You're welcome, Kristen. And we do need to be reminded of that message, you know, that it is a path and it's an unfolding path. We need to be reminded of that, because everything else in the world is coming from this masculine perspective. It's like, oh no, you just find a career and then you do that. That's how life goes. No, it's not. We're spiritual beings. That's not how life goes. It's such a short-sighted, unaligned vision. But of course, we do need to have like success along the way, and like money along the way, and all of that. You know, that's important too. And the universe has got to sort that stuff out for us. Oh God, here she is again. Why does she come out every day? She's like, God. We know this one. It's the Three of Swords. It's the heartbreak card. This is doing my head in. It's perspective, isn't it? We break our own hearts with our perspective. You know, it's very difficult to go through abuse and think that there could possibly be a benefit to it. But I see it now in my life. Like, yeah, very hard to see it in the timeline. At the time. And why would I meet somebody who's married that I really like and not be able to go there? That makes no sense. But why? But there's got to be a positive reason to it. Hi, Robin. Yeah, overthinking. You're right. Oh, the Hanged Man. We've got to change our mind about it. You see, it's perspective. I was getting that we're breaking our own hearts with our perspective. We're just not seeing the bigger picture. And sometimes we can't see the big picture, but sometimes we've got to trust and just know. In 5 or 10 years, I'm going to understand why I had to be in this situation right now, and I'm going to be grateful for it. But right now, I can't see it. Let's read her out. It's Christine. It's Christine doing a headstands. I wouldn't have burning candles around me doing that. That's an accident waiting to happen. I need to do that. I do it up against a wall. When I was on the yoga retreat in Vietnam, Dalat, they wouldn't let me do it up against a wall. I had to do it like, you know, like that. I managed to do it by the end of the 2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks, was it on that? Something like that. Anyway, let's read her out. Let's find out more about it, but I think it's pretty obvious. I think we need to see a different perspective, or if we can't see a different perspective, just know that there is one, all right? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man's situation is the opposite of the Chariots. The only way through the situation is to let go, relax, accept, and learn. She cannot power through it. She cannot control it. Patient waiting is usually rewarded. There it is. Patient waiting is usually rewarded. First 2 cards out. When the time is right, then things can move forward. Like, how many times do I get that message of patience and of trusting and all of that? And it's the same. It's the same reason here. We've got to willing surrender to an experience or situation. That's where I've been with all of this. It's like, well, it doesn't make much sense, and it's a hard no from me, but I have to be in it because it's so beautiful too. It's platonic, but it's unconditional love. It's better than anything that I've experienced before, even though it's I can't go here because he's married, and we're not going there. but we're going somewhere. And that somewhere is really good. And that's what I realized a while ago, is that I just surrendered to it. This is an experience, and I like this experience. And I can't put it's like that career thing. Do you know what I mean? That career example. It's the same with this relationship. It's an experience. It's a path. It is what it is, and it's enjoyable. And yeah, there's hard bits to it as well. Frustration that it can't be something more. Not right now, anyway. But I'm in it. I'm going with it because it feels so right to do that. And reversed is unnecessary sacrifice, martyrdom. So we're definitely having to change our minds about something. There's a bigger picture we're not necessarily seeing here, and we need to surrender to that. There's a rejig going on. Protect yourself and express yourself. Love. Let's get one more out. And definitely don't break our hearts with it, and don't tell ourselves that it's all going wrong or we've done wrong or whatever. Quite the opposite here. It's saying that we're going to get rewarded for it. Five of Pentacles. Oh, I'm feeling left out. When's it going to be my turn? That's the energy of this card. Five of Pentacles. Pentacles. Where are your Pentacles? Here. Five of Pentacles. Staying attuned to the flow of the universe and guidance, and the guidance of the divine is not always easy. We get distracted, then we feel lost. If we panic, we may miss the quiet signs that the divine lovingly provides to help us get back on the right path. Feeling lost and in need of resources and guidance. In reverse, this is ignoring help that's offered. But yeah, we can either feel heartbroken, or we can feel like, I don't know what I'm doing because I don't feel in control of it, and I've got this belief that I should be in control of it. You know, we've got free will and we are the creators of it, but there's a much bigger picture going on. Because our higher selves, they know where we're headed. They know what we really want. We see it very much from a human muggle kind of perspective, but our higher self doesn't. Oh, poor buns. Yum. And of course, they have those here. But I try not to eat too much of that stuff. I'm pretty much oats and fruit and nuts and seeds and meat and veg, eggs and cheese and fruit and nuts. Clean eating. But I do like pork buns. Yum. With like sweet chili or sriracha. That's what you're getting with here. Thailand's food is great. Best food in the world. Sometimes the relationships can be really messed up. Because they don't break up when they should. They cheat on each other instead. Because there's a lot of problems. Let's get some more information out. Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. one more. I'm hearing another queen. Or a masculine. Where's Timothy? Is he kayaking? He's always kayaking. Where's Gabe? Gabe, are you there? So masculines. Mr. Bowers, you in? Cafe? Nine of Cups. Wishes. Serenity on the bottom of the deck. Again, meditation. Again with the meditation thing. Maybe we need the meditation to just get through this. Get through this rejig. It might be a little bit unsettling or a lot unsettling. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. I like Queen of Wands energy. She's very beautiful, apparently. Authoritative, spiritual, practical, independent, charismatic. It's important that you acknowledge your limitless potential. You're capable of accomplishing anything you wish. I don't know why I'm holding the cards on my knee. It's important that you acknowledge your limitless potential. You're capable of accomplishing anything you wish if you truly put your mind to the task. Maintaining a positive mindset attracts an abundance of light into your life. This is the first step in manifesting your dreams. Okay, so a positive mindset, that's another way of putting all of this. Stop breaking your own heart. Change your mind about it. Yeah. A positive mindset is another way of looking at it. And a positive mindset isn't thinking that everything is positive, but it's seeing the bigger picture kind of thing. You know, because we can take that positive mindset too far and be like okay with abusers and narcissists and stuff like that. That's not, it's, you know, positive mindset slips into spiritual bypassing so easily. Again, it's about the balance, isn't it? Everything can be taken too far. And generosity is taken too far. It's that people-pleasing thing. Codependence. People, Queen of Wands is an extremely generous person who's both strong-willed and fierce in their convictions. They easily attract others to them through their passionate and charming personalities and are very aware of their strengths and intelligence. The Queen of Wands is also extremely independent and outgoing. They're able to adapt well in almost any social setting or environment and make others feel warm and welcome. An honest and kind-hearted person who radiates beauty. I love it. So there's that. Maintain a positive mindset, says the Queen of Wands, but not too far. Queen of Cups, next. What's she got to tell us? The evolution and growth of loving relationships with others. A time to listen to your inner voice and psychic abilities. That's tricky. That can be tricky with relationships, right? Especially those of us that have had a past of being people-pleasing, codependent, a fantasy world, overgiving kind of a nature. Then when we get into a healthier place, we can start tripping ourselves out going, am I making this up? Am I doing the fantasy thing again? Is this my intuition or am I making it up? Yeah. I wish I could tell you what's been going on the last couple of days, but I can't. And it's telling my intuition that something is happening. I know it is. That's why I had to obsess with my friend about it. Like, this happened and this happened and this happened. This is what I'm thinking is happening. It's like, it does appear so, yes. No, good. I'm not going crazy after all. Being able to heal oneself or others. It may be that you will offer counsel, wisdom, or advice to those in need. The manifestation of loving energy. The Queen of Cups is an expressive and nurturing individual who is deeply attuned to the emotional needs of others. They're honest and gentle and will always communicate from the higher self and innate psychic abilities. This person is warm and kind-hearted and empathizes with all. The Queen of Cups may also come off as quiet and shy, but is highly intelligent and strong in their conviction. Okay, reverse. There may be some kind of difficulty in expressing feelings or emotions. A tendency for escapism and detachment from others and the world around them. Fantasy. An involuntary need to take on other people's energies, whether positive or negative. There's that too. An emotional empath who may also pick up energetic attachments from negative or dark situations and just take on way too much of other people's energy. I've been there. I don't think I am anymore, but I have to keep myself in check with all of this, for sure. I know I can easily get imbalanced in that kind of a way. And the Nine of Cups, one of the most joyful and harmonious cards of the tarot. The Nine of Cups indicates a time of satisfaction and completion. Your wishes and desires are finally beginning to manifest. It does seem that way. Leaving you with a renewed sense of emotional stability and spiritual strength. It was literally only like 3 days ago that I was asking the cards repeatedly, I feel like I need to do something in this situation. Shall I do something? Every card said, no, just wait. No, just wait. And I'm like, what? Chicken wants in. Yeah? I don't see her. Hey! You want in? Christine says you want in. Do you? Chicken? She's thinking about it. No, she doesn't. She's just laying by the bike out there. She looked at me. She considered it. She doesn't. She decided. Your wishes and desires are finally beginning to manifest. It's paying off. It's the rejig. It's a big universal rejig at the moment. A reset in a way, but it's shaking everything about like a snow globe and putting everyone in the right place. And this wishes and desires finally beginning to manifest leaves you with a renewed sense of emotional stability and spiritual strength. Wasn't crazy after all. That kind of a feeling. You're at a healed stage that comes after struggles have passed. Now is the time to enjoy life's pleasures and luxuries after everything you've worked for and experienced. A positive balance of self-fulfilled dreams and intuitive insights. Your instincts and psychic abilities are on high. Trust them. This is romantic fulfillment, advancement, goodwill, dreams, kindness, healing, and abundance. She was staring, but she's decided against it. I didn't see her. Maybe that's why. Maybe I felt it intuitively that she didn't really want in. Carrots. Is it carrots, is it? I don't think so, not this time. I don't think it's carrots this time. I think it's actually happening. I think this stuff is actually happening this time. The carrots were just to keep us going along this path. You know what else has been happening is that my arch nemesis is doing a ride by every single day and looking that I'm there. I'm thinking that Mr. Last Year is going to show up soon. Otherwise, why is he checking out whether I'm there or not? That would be interesting. I'm a hard pass on him now. On Mr. Last Year, I mean. Maybe it's just jealous because we're all busy. Our gym is very busy at the moment. And we're all thinking like, this is what it's like when we're still in quiet. Like before we've opened up. Oh, the police. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. The police car has been going around telling everyone to get ready, open up your resorts, they're coming, get back on track. I'm getting goosebumps with it. It's exciting. It's exciting, and it's like, everybody, let's not go back to how it was before. Let's change it this time. Now it's opening up. Beautiful reset. Yes, it's this energy on this island too. What I've been talking about here, this reset energy. Let's not do it how we did it before. My friends were here yesterday and were like, it's about to open up, and oh God, we've all got used to it being so quiet and the roads being quiet. And like, remember what it was like with drunk tourists everywhere spilling out into the road. You have to be really careful when you ride. And like now it's only locals and it's just been so easy on the roads, and it's not. It's very tricky. The roads aren't big here. And when you've got a lot of drunk tourists everywhere that don't know what they're doing and aren't aware, don't know where to look, often from countries where they ride or drive on the other side of the road, they look the wrong way as well. So they walk out because they've looked the wrong way. It's scary. I don't want that back. What else I don't want back? Neighbours are getting drunk again. They've gone away now, so it's okay. But getting drunk again and coming back being really noisy at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't want that bit back. For as much as it sucked being on curfew and we've not been allowed to drink with other people and stuff like that, I kind of like where it's at. I kind of like the results of it. Yesterday, one of the big bars here opened up, the one that's in this resort in Fishbowl. Looks very different. It was trashy before. They've put loads of plants in it. They've made it really beautiful now. It's like good, yes. Like I never liked going there because it was just trash. I mean, you could just go there to pick up, you know. It was just like full of tourists and it was a mess. And it was messy and it was kind of good because it was messy, but I hardly ever went there. They changed it. It's like I like it. I like that we're changing it now for the better. So very much it mirroring the energies because the border's open on the 1st of November. How exciting! Woo! Cool weather moving in. Tourist people are backing off, yeah. Well, we're in rainy season, but people will come for sure. We're ready. 8 of Wands, we're ready. Fast forward. Eyes on the prize. It's so exciting. I love this place. Community, it's beautiful. Death. Not how it was before, right? Not how it was before. Putting a death to that. Rebirth time. It's rebirth time. Absolutely. And fast forward. What else have we got? The devil. Ah! And the Ten of Swords. The negativity. The chains. The addictions. All of this stuff. All of the stuff that we haven't liked, right? An end to that. Ten of Swords. End to the pain. Look at that. Laying down there with all the swords in the back. Damn. That is dead, as dead can be. Imagine. How did they die? Well, had 10 swords in the back, I think. Yeah, I think that did it. I don't know, they could have been poisoned first, and then someone really wanted to finish them off, you know. It's like in movies when you see someone just like being shot, they've been that scary that they have to shoot them. Once they're dead, they have to shoot them many more times just to get that energy out in a way. It's not really to make sure they know that they're dead, but it's just to get that energy out. It's like, yeah, and you'll stay dead for this many lifetimes. Boom, boom, boom. Putting all those swords in the back. Big endings, wow, and then fast forwards to the future. Big endings with the death card there. I feel those are together, that day. The devil and the Ten of Swords. It feels like it to me. Let's put this back because it's getting messy. Massive transitions. What is that all the astrologers been saying about this full moon? Thanks, Gabe. I knew you'd be here, lurking. Gabe. So I've got full moon readings available, you know. Reduced price. There's a few left, I think. A couple have been taken. We're doing those later, I think. I damaged my arm by taking my watch off. Isn't it weird? I twisted my arm when I pulled my watch off that way. Twisted it that way, and now I've got a problem with it. She fixed it yesterday, but it's still... And it was good after she'd fixed it, but it's still a bit there. She said not to train or anything. It doesn't hurt when I'm training. It hurts when I'm like opening books. It hurts when I'm just doing slight movements like that. Twisty movements. I've got a really heavy cast iron wok. You know when you're not strong in your wrists and you have to pick up a really heavy pan and then turn it over? I'm good with that. I can do that. Not a problem. But opening a book, tricky. Gabe. What did you ask for? I deleted. Let's find it. I deleted it. Probably general. Yeah, general guidance, please. General guidance, please, for Gabe. Gabe, be willing to be with nature. No, it's not about being willing to be with nature. It's like get out into nature. There's a reluctance, a hesitation, a procrastination, not really a procrastination, just a hesitance, a bit of a, should I get into this? Should I do this? There's a hesitation in you to move forward on something. You're questioning yourself. Getting out into nature is going to help get you to that place of being willing. Maybe just asking yourself, oh, maybe I'm ready for this. Maybe I can do this. Maybe it's come to me because the idea, because it is time for me to do this. Maybe I can. They're great. They're hard to turn over though, aren't they? Well, the next card's out of, says prostitute. Prostitute yourself. Is that what you're unwilling to do? That says prostitute. What is that about? That, it's just prostitution. I doubt you're getting into prostitution, but there is something about this. Is this the feeling? Some people will say this kind of an energy. You know, if you're doing something, well, you're just prostituting yourself, you know, as if it's the same. If you do, or people will say you're a sellout, you know. That's another way of saying it, but this is like a more direct way of saying it. See you, Christine. Have a good day. Thanks for your moderation. So I believe that this is what you're saying to yourself. Okay. And it's probably what's behind your unwillingness to move forward on that thing. Is it that you're telling yourself you'd be a sellout or something? It's something like that. This is just a hard-hitting way of putting it. Has anyone heard anyone saying that, you know, when if you're doing something, it's like, well, you're just prostituting yourself, as if it's, you know, a bad thing. But I'm not saying that prostitution is a good thing, but whatever gifts that we've got, any energy that we've got, you could say it about like working for a wage for an hour is prostituting yourself. It's the same thing. You're not going to be a prostitute. Damn. I'm going to hire you. Escorts. Apparently it's okay. It's more okay for men to do it than for women to do it. Escort. Yeah, it's not that, it's the energy of it. It's that chide, it's that yeah, it's the backlash. It comes out of people's mouths sometimes when it's not prostitution at all, but people will throw that as if what you're doing is wrong. You know, for doing anything, it's like, you know, I do readings. Oh, yes, you're a sellout, you're prostituting yourself. No, I'm not. I don't know. It feels something like something to do maybe with your work or a some creativity to me. Anyway, go out into nature and then convince yourself to be willing to do it. It feels like a hesitation to do something to me. To put yourself out there for fear of um, being called a sellout. But you're calling yourself a sellout. So I'm not feeling like you're scared of other people saying it. I'm feeling that you're scared that that's what you're going to be doing, you know. But you know what? What is abundance? It's us sharing our abundance that's inside of us with the world. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not selling out, and it's not prostituting ourselves. I mean, the way I see it, there's a kind of if we link the resources that we've got inside of ourselves to the self-esteem scale, right? Someone that's got very lowest self-esteem, they're going to think that their value is only their body, right? Um, and a similarly low self-esteem scale, you're going to work for a wage kind of thing. I mean, you know, minimum wage for a little bit of money for an hour of your body, your effort kind of thing. That's low self-esteem. And as you raise up in self-esteem, you're going to want to do something more interesting, that's got like a value thing and get paid more for it. That's a higher self-esteem, right? And then we get into the talents and the skills and the ideas, even higher self-esteem. And then really like tapping into your zone of brilliance and your zone of genius and sharing that with a big way with the world, higher self-esteem. So right there at the bottom really is that prostitution kind of an energy where it doesn't have to be prostitution though, but it's very like if you think about the chakra system as well, that survival mode too. Um, the lowest energy, you know. It's not that there's something wrong with it, but it's connected. There's something wrong with the person that's doing it. You know what I mean? It's like self-abuse. It's not that there's something wrong with that thing. It's that it's the person has very low self-esteem. That's the way I see it anyway. Should we get more tarot out? Do we need to know more of this story? Do you want to know more of this story about this full moon and this rejig that's happening? Do we need to know more about this? Yeah, maybe. See, that's hard. Just doing that is hard. Just slight movements. Roxanne, you don't need to put on your red light, Gabe. You've got different choices. Seven of Cups. Got choices. So we've got choices to make. New choices to make, it seems, with this death and rebirth that's going on. A lot of options open to us. There could be a lot of people going through like massive life changes at the moment. Yeah, it's big. It's big change right now. Six of Pentacles, reciprocation. Oh, is this the... Oh, yeah, it could be. You know, the masculine, feminine recalibration that we've got going on at the moment. More of the feminine is being valued now. So that's been a big part of it too. The masculine aspects of ourselves have been valued, but not the feminine. And so there's on that self-esteem scale that I was talking about, feminine stuff has been down there, which isn't necessarily corresponding with the self-esteem, because you could have really high self-esteem in the feminine, but still it not being valued, you know. And so there feels like a redistribution energy. Now, if you've heard other people tapping into this energy, they might have said wrong things like the wealth all gets redistributed and stuff like that. It's not that. The wealth is always going to go to those people that have high self-esteem, that are sharing their gifts in a big way with the world, right? That's always going to be the way. And that is a redistribution in itself, that we learn our self-esteem and value things more, and then the collective values it, and it all just changes, you know, all changes. So it's not that someone just magically waves a wand and changes the rules and then suddenly you start getting what it is. It's very much a personal journey, and it's always going to be like that. I mean, isn't that something that communism has taught us? You imagine that it's going to be really good. Did you? When you first heard about communism, or maybe you had communistic kind of thoughts about an ideal world kind of thing. I thought it was great. But then from communism, is it really a good thing? Well, no, we see that it dampens the human spirit. It demotivates people. And so we want our human spirits intact. We want to be able to excel. And like I said, it's got nothing to do with anyone else. Oh, look who's on the bottom. It's got nothing to do with anyone else, our success. It's solely about us. It does matter about the collective. It does matter about the opinions of the collective kind of thing. I mean, no matter how high your self-esteem is, no, even if your self-esteem is really high in a feminine area, then you will have been abundant and successful. But there's some kind of a tipping point with the collective when more and more people are stepping into that high self-esteem, and it makes it more possible for other people, and then, you know, the scales tip kind of thing. Probably the same thing happened with the masculine, for us to get to that point of the masculine being highly valued as well. Probably. Anyway, it seems like there's going to be new choices to make with that redistribution kind of energy. Change. There's just so much change in all of this. That's exciting. No, I don't like those cards. Look at that. 4 of Cups, 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. That means leaving ourselves out of it and ignoring offers. And no. That's one of them. 5 of Pentacles. Don't leave yourself out of it. I need to read that out of the book, because 5 of Pentacles. Why has the 5 of Pentacles come out here? I thought that we were getting really positive now. Like, come on, let's move forward. I wish I could show you Chicken. She's jammed herself between my back tire of my bike and the clothes. What do you call it? The drying rack thing, the clothes. Whatever you call those things. I've got a big wooden one. It's not that big. It's got my workout gear from yesterday afternoon on it. Five of Pentacles. Everyone's been very quiet. What's up? If anyone wants a mini read, then speak up now. Forever hold your peace, because I'm not going to last much longer in this game today. 5 of Pentacles. What do you need to tell us, 5 of Pentacles? Financial or health. Excuse me. Financial or health difficulties, feeling left out or ostracized, worrying about your security, a chance to clear energy blockages. Yeah, you could be worrying about your security as these shifts happen, for sure. Shadow seer, scarcity minds, or people around could be feeling this as well, so be careful of that. We did Get that protection message out with the cats there, the cat cards. Excuse me. Shadow seer is scarcity mindset, feeling helpless, victimhood, inability to move ahead, fear and isolation, resistance to positivity, feelings of low self-worth that keep you from feelings of low self-worth that keep you from participating in prosperity. What I was just talking about. Yeah, self-worth, self-esteem, very similar kind of energies. There we go. A light at the end of the tunnel. So, some of you that haven't been addressing the self-esteem, the self-worth thing, are being triggered in that at the moment to do that. Thank God I really started addressing that in 2012. It's time to squarely address any feelings about safety and security that have you worried about your well-being. I knew I needed to read this out of this book. Are you stressed about your finances or health, or feeling left out from the prosperity that others seem to enjoy? To counteract these corrosive energetic states, you're being asked to reclaim your personal power. Find your hunger for fierce positivity and seek opportunity in your current circumstance. It's hiding in the shadows. Right, there's that same message again. Seek opportunity in your current circumstance because it is there. There's a positive in what we're going through at the moment, even things that feel negative on the surface of it. It's hiding in the shadows, but we will see it in the future for sure, but we can try and see it now. If you've been stagnant for a hot minute, ask yourself if you've been laser focused on the things that are lacking in your life. Or have you been making strides to change that? Like motivated energy. If fear, self-pity, or helplessness try to dictate your reality, flip the script and remember that against all odds, all oppression, all class barriers, all everything, especially masculine and feminine barriers, there's always a choice to move beyond your current limitations. Make the absolute best of your luminous life. You're not locked out from that which you desire. You're not. See the keys that will help you get there and choose to open the door. Doors that activate magical opportunities are always opening for me. I just want to read that Six of Pentacles while we're here as well, because I want to know more about this reciprocation. Two-way abundance, giving and receiving. Patricia, how exciting. I'm feeling nervous. That could mean it's a big thing. If you want a mini read, check out that pinned comment, Patricia. At the top, it tells you how to get one. There's a PayPal link up there as well. Super chat, super sticker, or yeah, just read that. Two-way abundance, giving and receiving, being charitable, a positive and generous mindset, advancement, awakening, inflow, help coming from others. Shadow series, one-way flow of abundance, overgiving or over-receiving, hoarding, holding on to what you have, choosing not to help, being uncharitable, selfishness, ulterior motives, inability to accept help. Yeah, independence, like not letting anyone support us or help us, not inability to receive. I could go on and on and on. I know so much about it because I lived it for so long. I was so scared of people, I couldn't let it in. And now I can. I have such good people around me now. Such good people. I'm seeing it. And I knew it. I knew. They've all got businesses. Hi. The people that are around me now. And I know that I need to be around people like that. There's a positivity, there's a positive energy about them to have even done that in the first place with themselves. There's a freedom as well. I mean, of course, if you choose to live on this island, you've got something special about you. But there's but to have your own business on this island, to be an entrepreneur on this island doing your own thing, which we all are, and we all train together as well, and so we are taking care of ourselves, coming, from that healthy place of self-care. It's special. I love it. I'm truly happy. Yeah, and it makes a big difference of who I choose to have around me. Not choosing to have the broken, damaged addicts, alcoholics, all of that. Not choosing to have those around me anymore. Being open to give to others and receive from others. And so I can receive from them. Absolutely. See you, Penny. The safe to receive from. It wasn't a wrongness in me that I would question myself, like, am I safe to receive from these people? The question was being asked inside of me, the old me, because I was around people that it wasn't safe to receive from them. Changed all that. Okay. Being open to give to others and receive from others are states that we must all cultivate. Absolutely. This card asks you to experience these consciously. There's that. I used to try and do this. I used to try and cultivate these things and fix myself so that I could be in those situations that I was in around my family that were abusive and narcissists, and try and fix it from within there. And you can't. You can't. I tried. And I developed those muscles so much that when I finally got it, put myself in healthy places, it really benefits me now. And maybe a lot of you have been the same as well, have had yourself in unhealthy places around unhealthy people. And you've been flexing those muscles, you've been developing those muscles, and just wait. Just wait until you get with the right people. Wow, what a difference it makes. How does helping others make you feel? Feels good, right? Abundant, heart-centered. Gifting your time, money, or energy to someone else will open up the floodgates of new resources coming your way. Be generous with everything you've learned. I am. And remain conscious of the flow of abundance from the universe. Consider these sacred dualities. Patty, you sent me a money request. I'm not going to pay you and give you a reading. Wrong way around. You need to click on the other one. Consider these sacred dualities: learning and teaching, receiving and giving, accepting and offering. Right. Sacred dualities: learning and teaching, receiving and giving, accepting and offering. Yeah. We need to balance. You need to do both, right? This is how we can get out of balance, over giving, being over generous, without learning how to receive. And a lot of the time it's because we choose to be around those people that need to receive from us. So we give, and it's like, hang on a minute, how come I'm not getting anything back? Well, it's because they've got nothing to give back. Those are the people that can give. They haven't sorted themselves out yet. Open your heart to this sacred balance of energy and fill in any gaps you have around scarcity and abundance. It will imbue your life with compassion and generosity and usher in new states of prosperity. Donating your energetic resources to help others will be life-changing for those in need. Choose a cause that moves your soul and watch your feelings of prosperity shift. Woo! I show gratitude for my life through generosity and compassion, but being careful, because some of you and me, previous me, do it in the wrong situations, and that's when we get further into the quagmire. Patricia, I'm going to cancel that money request. Money request details. How would I like to pay? I wouldn't like to pay. Oh, It's not giving me the option to cancel it. PayPal's always changing. They change it. It works perfectly well and then they break it. What's this? It's a bill. Cancel it. There we go. Cancelled. Get rid of that. You didn't make payment. You sent me a money request. You asked me for money instead of sending it. Try again. Or use Super Chat Super Sticker. It's possible to do that too. Let's get more cards out while Paddy's doing that. Okay. Well, abundance is a big part of this, and abundance, of course, it's not just about money. It is about that too, but it's also about love, and it's about us having the best of everything, and understanding when we give the best of everything, or when it's not the best of everything. Knight of Materials says that it's going to be slow. This isn't going to be a fast thing. It hasn't been made. It was a money request that you sent. Oh, got more cards here than I expected. Three of Inspiration. These two came out together. The Three of Inspiration and the Three of Materials. This is about a new path involving other people. It's new people. New tribes coming together. Your people coming together. A lot of you are going to be finding your tribe. Or coming together in relationships. New path is opening up there. Collaborations, that kind of thing. Yes, there's been a lot of that energy in the energy updates as well. The Empress. This is the high self-esteem, high self-worth card. When you're feeling this and you're really respecting yourself and it comes back to you, you're respected by others, you can create so much in this energy. I love it. And the Page of Emotions, but feeling like a novice in that. So this could be about new relationships, new jobs, feeling like a novice, because this is a whole new ball game now, especially when you're with the right people. It's a whole new ball game. Maybe a comfort zone. There you go, Paddy. Yeah, you did it. Woo! It can be tricky. PayPal can be tricky, I know. Thank you for your donation. Page of Emotions. You worked for that, didn't you? Yeah, so it's just feeling this novice kind of an energy. And so even though we're getting into this Empress energy, we're novices in that. So it's like we're fledgling Empresses. There's so much more to come. Yes, that message came out. There's so much more to come. The Nine of Cups. You think this is good? There's so much more to come. This Empress and the Page of Emotions is saying exactly the same thing. So much more to come. So let's do Patty and get the hell out of here. I've got videos to make, don't you know? Mandy. No. Thanks for trying to help, Mandy. Thanks for helping. Patricia. I have a job interview tomorrow. I'm feeling nervous. How is tomorrow's interview going to be? Let's find out. Let's get you some help for it. Okay. Right. So your nervousness at the moment is kind of having you closed down and being a little bit rigid, like a robot. You're going to come across as a robot if you continue being in this energy. Don't be a robot. Be a human being. I used to interview when I was in my corporate world, my corporate life. I used to interview. I was one of the only women that worked there at the start. I was there for 8 years. There was more women working in IT toward the end of my career there. But someone was at the door then. But what was I saying? Yeah, and because of that, because I had the feminine skills, certainly not as many as I have now, but I still did. More than the guys that worked there. They were like robots. Yeah, they were like robots. Many of them. I would do the interviewing some of the time. And how did I choose the people that I was interviewing? For IT, well, it's IT, but you want them to be like a team player. You want them to have something about them. I just wanted to get to know them as a person. Ask them a little bit, but they've already written it on the CV, all of the logical stuff, the masculine stuff. already know that stuff. It's not, I don't need to check. Oh, you say here on your CV you've done this. Is it true? You know, that's what a robot would ask, a robot, you know. And so you need to know this, that interviewers, if they have got feminine skills, emotional skill, they just want to get to know you as a person to see if you're like fit in, if see if you've got like a human aspect to you that will fit in well in the workplace. You probably already know that you can do it, right? Do the stuff. But when you're in this nervous energy and you're thinking that is a robot going to ask me, can I actually do this stuff? You're going to come across as that. So don't do that. This is saying like be soft and open. Don't be in that nervous energy. Try and get yourself out of that and follow your intuition in it, and be personable, you know. It's honestly, in interviews, it is more about just finding out what they're like as a person, because when you're in the workplace with people, it's got to be a happy place. You're spending a lot of time. I used to work with this old dude, like, oh my God, years ago. Same corporation. I used to temp there in my school holidays and uni holidays. And this old guy, he was retiring. He was coming up for retirement. He was a great guy. And he said, it's weird. As he's retiring, he said, it's weird. He's like, I've spent more time with you guys than I've spent with my wife. And now I'm going into retirement. I'm going to spend more time with my wife and no time with you guys. He said, that's weird. And he's right. It's weird. But you need to know that, Patricia, is that it is weird. But interviewers are aware of that generally. Even if they're not consciously aware of it, they want to know who you are as a person. Not what you've accomplished, the things that you've done, the personable things. They want to see that you're a good person to spend most of their life with, because they're going to spend more of their life with you than they are with their wives and their husbands. And so you can be yourself. In other words, yeah, that's why people say just be yourself in an interview. Oh, and listen. Okay, interesting. So you can have this focus instead, right? Of listening to what they have to say. So ask questions about the work. Ask questions about the people that work there and the vibe and stuff like that. And ask questions about, you know, so do the same thing. You want to be interviewing them too, and like ask all those questions. You want to make sure that it's a good place for you to work, because remember, you're going to spend more time with them than you are with your wife or husband, your family as well. And so, yeah, really ask them questions and listen to what they've said. Like, unconsciously, they're going to respond to that. If you're asking the questions that is really the questions that they want to ask you to see if you're a good person to be around all the time. So this is saying ask questions about freedom, love, and joy, the vibe of the place. Is it a happy workplace? And you know, or how free will I be to be creative? Or those kind of questions. An interviewer will go, this is the kind of person that I want to have in the workplace. So if you focus on that, that should get you out of that nervousness. I do feel that nervousness is coming from the robotics. It's coming from that I need to talk to them about these boring stuff of what I've done in the past and all of that. You know, the traditional kind of thing that we think that we should do in interviews, and you don't. So good luck. Hope that helps. Okay, that's it, everybody. Thanks for coming along. Thank you for your donations and your participation in all of this. Very much appreciated. I'm going to get on with making videos now, some dailies and a pick a card read for tomorrow. So watch out for that on my YouTube channel. Come along to the Facebook group if you're not in it already. It's called Psychic Cafe. No muggles allowed. I don't have access. Facebook is broken again for Macs. They keep on doing it. It's just a black screen if you go on Facebook on a Mac today. Great. For some reason, the Facebook hates YouTube and it hates Apple. And they're shooting themselves in the foot because they stop it from working. They should just get over it. Know that these things exist and like help us to integrate it all, but they don't. They do the opposite. So I can't share a link, but it's called Psychic Cafe. No muggles allowed. Come along. You're welcome, Patricia. Good luck. Well, there you go. They don't know you. They're going to know you in the interview. I like it. Come back and tell us how it went as well. So yeah, thanks everybody. Let's do this all over again on Friday. 2 days time. I'll see you. Have a good one.